don't necessarily want to make this kind of roll call of who's fit and who's not, but I guess to start with, do you have anyone who wasn't around for Saturday who's available for Tuesday?
Yeah. Drinnan. Yeah, Aaron Drinnan, remarkably, is not suspended for this, so he can do that. And then we're looking at minutes for certain people to try and catch them up, and to try and work that out before the game starts is horrendous. But just think I've done it. So I'm allowed 5 subs and 4 of them are manufactured. So I hate that because I like changing to try and suit what we need to do, and we need to win by 2 clear goals, otherwise we're out. So our task is very, very clear. We must win, and we must win by at least 2. So to try and do that and also use the right minutes for the right people, it's not going to be easy, but we'll have a go.
Is it important for Aaron to get kind of match sharpness, keep match fresh?
Absolutely, yeah. So he can have all of the minutes.
I think you haven't got Joel McGregor or Joe Snowden, so
definitely they're out, yeah.
So someone has got to go into that wing back position, I guess, who may not play there regularly.
Yep, absolutely. If we play with wing backs. So, yeah, it's not easy, is it? You know, and we've had literally just yesterday, which everybody had off, which I believe is a good thing when you're in good vein of form. So, yeah, it's about, we got a lot of work to do in a minute. Had a meeting about January with the chairman as well, so it's all busy, very, very busy. But now you're down to, we know what we've got to do, can we do it? Because we want to try and win as many times as we can, and can we actually go to MK Dons and beat them by 2 goals? And that's what our challenge is. So looking forward to it. Whoever's in the team will have a chance to show me that they really want to stay there. So yeah, I'm everybody's in a good place. Hopefully we can produce something tomorrow, keep us in the competition. It's a chance to get to Wembley.
And last one on availability, do you have Adam Murphy, or does he?
No, he's been called up, so he's not available. Bit frustrating because I'd have put him in again, and that would have been 2 starts for him. So thought he did well on the weekend. But there you go. That's life. Let's get on with it.
You talked about the 2 clear goals thing there. It's not really something you have to do very often now. I mean, you get a bit of practice at working on aggregate in 2-legged League Cup ties back in the day. So does that kind of impact your thinking a little bit as to how you approach it and what you did?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Yeah, and I like the challenge of trying to be defensive, organised, well organised, but also have a threat to get forward. And I've got to try and decide which shape will allow you to do that with the people I've got available. So there we go.
And you talked about the value of the competition and wanting to progress. How important has it been already, and can it be if you get through, just to, at least you say, give players minutes, give players opportunities with the depth of the squad you've got?
Well, I think it's vital that, you know, we have a one set of games, and that's first team level. We haven't got under 21s, and I think that's a problem for us. We've got under 18s, and that gap from 18-year-old to under 21 is huge. And imagine the development. That's the biggest development you could ever make as a young player, is to how you develop between 18 and 21. And, you know, good God, when I was 18, I was probably 5 stone soaking wet. And then when I was 21, I could have a beard, you know, it's a big difference in it. So, not a very good beard, but I could have a beard. But, so, yeah, we've got to address that later on down the line, and we will do. But, yeah, it's to play, and to play regularly, and to get in rhythm and get in a good habit and of playing well and getting used to everybody else who's in your squad. is really important. So I'd love to stay in it. And if you look at the teams I've already picked, I would definitely change my goalie. He deserves. How I didn't put him back in after his last performance in his cup game was, I've had to think about it. Do you know what I mean? I've had a chat with him about it. But Wardy would definitely be playing, and that is to make sure that if he needs to get in, and he does stay in, and that he's as sharp as I need him. Because, you know, as I say, so it's absolutely vital, you know, and winning is a habit that you can easily get out of and you can easily get back into. Not easily, you can get back into. So, you know, and it happens to the best. Do you know what I mean? So it's really, really important. You can pick the same team as Liverpool did on the weekend and it not work. So it's you beat Real Madrid and then you get walloped at Man City. So this is what it's all about. We got to go to MK Dons. I've been there once with my team last year. We lost 3-1. We were 1-0 up, and then we didn't get anywhere near them. You know, 1-0 up after seconds, and then they played us off the park. So, you know, this is a very different team. Got a different manager, so can't wait to take my team there, whoever it's going to be. And I'm going to try and win, and that's all that matters.
And last one, I don't know whether you would have had experiences like it maybe in the football combination of playing in a big stadium where there's not going to be much of a crowd. So
Yeah.
how do you go about maybe lifting players, or how must players lift themselves if, you know, they're all going to...
Well, it's a lot easier.
Space.
It's a lot easier for them to hear you. So I'd like to be quiet all game, but I can't see that. You know, the encouragement that I want, the talking that these modern lads don't do compared to how we used to talk all years ago. Maybe I'll have a chance to hear that they communicate a lot better than I think they do, but we'll see. It's a wonderful stadium to play at. Anybody who's been there and knows it's wonderful. So I'm really looking forward to it. You know, there's no excuse. The surface would be great, and you know, I'm not sure what sort of team they're going to put out, but it doesn't matter. You know, we've both been beaten by West Ham, so well done to them. You know, and that's my last experience in this cup was the West Ham performance, which I thought was a really good one. And I still watched it back last night, and how on earth did we lose that? With the chances that we created, you know. But I didn't have Drinnan in it. He'll be playing this time, so do you know what I mean? There is one that we haven't mentioned yet. Ollie Palmer's got a slight knock. He won't be considered, not because I'm leaving him out, because he's got a knock. So, you know, that will give someone else a chance to be on my bench and give us a chance of scoring. So, but there we go. It's I want whoever goes, our fans, they'll see us trying to win. I think it'll be a good game, and this competition is notorious, you know, for a lack of showing, you know, and a lack of numbers. But things are dear out there, aren't they? With Christmas coming up as well, so. Let's hope we can get through, because I'd love to get through. Last year we ended up playing the team that got to the final and got beat by them 2-1, the last kick of the game, Birmingham. And I thought we played really, really well. Put Harry on, he didn't start, he come on, scored a great goal, and an absolutely abysmal goal we let in the last minute from a corner. Not that I remember it. It is what it is, so let's see what we can do, and it's an opportunity for everybody to show me that they want to play for this wonderful club.
And also, I promise this is going to mention it. How was the meeting with the chairman about January? How confident are you going into that about movement and targets? And all
Yeah,
that?
it's the levels. This level is really difficult because you have a 2-year cycle, and then how many we got out of contract? If you look at it. It's way over half the squad, so it's impossible to sort out now. He's trying to get an idea about things, and at the end of the meeting, things are very clear. What I've asked him for is eyes, to make sure that we're not guessing. So hopefully we can sort that out.
So that's kind of the sort of Les Caffrey kind of scouting.
Yeah, Les is gone. So we've got proposals there. We've got people that might be. It'd be slightly different, but hopefully we'll get that going, because until we get that going, we'll be blind. So I don't want to be blind.
Lovely, good luck, thank you.
Thank you.
Is that something we're likely to see move relatively soon?
Absolutely, yeah, it's all ready to go. And it's already happening. So no one needs to worry, but it's about getting it over the line, and it's obvious. And it's obvious to all of us, so we're on it, we're at it. We knew he was going. I didn't want him to go, we knew he was going, and I knew he'd be a loss. So we're doing things in a slightly different way, in a way that I've done them before, with more numbers and regional, and we cover the areas that I think are important to us, completely and utterly important to us, where I see the success that we've had last summer. And are we watching those areas? I'm not sure, but we will be from.
You saw Billy Kirkman play in 2 games last week, and he wasn't on the bench at the weekend. Is he still
Injured. Broke his toe.
Against Rotherham?
Yeah, broke his toe. Carried on playing with a broken toe. His foot's a mess. Yeah, going to be 6 to 8 weeks. So, what a young man he is. Didn't even flinch. Honestly, never seen anything like it. Well, we had Coxey last year with his like weird foot, but this was a completely snapped toe.
Adam McCormick's a player who I think had struggles over the summer. Is he
Stress fracture.
Is he still injured as well?
Yeah, got a stress fracture. Another stress fracture. Still growing.
How important, you've mentioned kind of building momentum through this competition. How important is trying to continue that by winning whichever game it is you're playing?
Winning's a habit you can get into and out of very, very quickly in this game. Moments. Completely massive. Honestly. And you see it week in, week out. You've never turned the corner at all. You just got to keep going, and you've got to be ready for the next blow that you're going to take, and you've got to be strong enough to hold it and take it. If you look at Liverpool, yeah, would it have changed the game? Possibly, if their goal that they scored. How is that not a goal? How is that not a goal? Absolute nonsense. But this is the way it goes. Did they respond to it well enough? Would they have won the game at the end? It would have changed things to be 1-1. Can guarantee you. And when you have that marked off, is it easy to move past it? So what we've got to do is deal with whatever went wrong at Accrington, what happened after that, why we were so passive against Colchester, when I see us now doing what we need to do. We still took too long on the weekend, in my opinion, to get the ball forward. Their excuse was they couldn't see. See who was clear and what. Just do it. And put their back line under more pressure than we did in the first half. Second half, we managed to do it. And it almost wasn't enough. They equalised, but wow. We kept going, and a brilliance of one player there with his right foot. What a goal. Fantastic goal. But it came from the spirit of the lads, so hopefully we can keep that going. Do you know what I mean? So, that's what it's all about. Ollie Parner and Finn Munro just done that, whereas last week it was Oldacre with a last minute. Oh, wow. So, I'm a very lucky man to have the choices that I've got, even with injuries and suspensions. The people I'm being able to pick and use. Wow. You know, absolutely delighted with it. So let's see what we can do. MK Dons is the next, that's tomorrow. Let's see how they are, let's see what we do. Don't know what team they're going to put out, don't know how they're going to play. It might not be, you know, so this is the whole... So it's about you. What can we do? How can we do this? What are we going to do? And it's about who I'm choosing from. So I can change it if I need to, because I might have to, because it don't suit that. You know, you can't force a skinny bloke into a massive suit. You can't force a bigger person into a skinny suit, can you? So it's all about what you got and where you're going and what you can do, and try and come out the right way of it all. And unfortunately, football, there's a definite score at the end. And if we end up with a draw, that ain't no good anyway. It might go to penalties, but why? Because we'll be out anyway, so none of it really matters. We've got to win by 2 goals to get through, so it's quite clear, isn't it? So come on, you lot, that's your challenge. I guarantee you I'll be minging if we don't, because I hate getting knocked out of anything. Can't stand losing. It's horrendous. But it's part of it.
Very much. What's the nature of Ollie Palmer's injury?
Good question. The likelihood is he'll be all right for Saturday, so I can't risk him in this game, but he'll be all right for Saturday. So.
You worked on getting strength and depth. Is that depth now starting to be really tested at this point?
Yeah. At the seams. That's football, and that's this time of year. And it'll get worse. There's an awful lot of flu flying about in there. Awful lot of it, so, you know. Always get it at the change of weather, don't you? And you definitely know it's winter coming now, don't you? There's a cold fire going yesterday. So, got to warm yourself up, haven't you? Keep warm.
Speaking of flu, how's your captain?
It wasn't Ollie who had flu.
Hand, foot and mouth.
He had hand, foot and mouth, yeah. Strange. He's back, he's in. And Gavin Kilkenny had flu. And I think he's in today. He's obviously tougher than I am.
So a little bit of relief, I guess, even if you are missing 6 row.
There's no relief to it. I've still got a pretty good team in there. I've still got a team that excites me in what I want to do and how I want us to look, and who we're up against. So I'm pretty excited to go out there in a minute and just roll through what I think we need to think about and how much I'm looking forward to them to do it. And it'll be just to roll through it rather than as intense as we normally do, because some of them played Saturday, you know, so. But there we go. It's I don't know what to say, because there ain't really much I can say without giving my team away and telling you about that, and what I wouldn't want to do that, would I? Because we might not be able to win by 2 then, you know. And it's all about what you do on the day anyway. So, you know, hopefully we can muster another performance. I like the way we're getting about people. I like the way we're chasing things back. I like the way we're trying to win it back once we've lost it. I like the way but we need to get it there earlier. We're taking too long to do things. It's not intense enough. And second half was intense on Saturday. You could see the difference. And they blame the sun. Whoa, not having that. But never mind.
There's no sun tomorrow night.
No, there will be no sun tomorrow night. And whoever lost the toss should be shot. But it's really about your principles of play. I didn't see my principles of play in the first half. And I will remind them of that. But, I couldn't see who was clear, who was free. Come on. Oh, yeah, defend. Oh, no, I really, you know. Maybe we could play with shades on next week. Your Ray-Bans. There are other makes and manufacturers but, you know, sunglasses, but there you go. Anyway, I don't going to ridicule my team. What it is what it will be, and we won, and let's have another go. It proves we can win. So let's try and get better at what we do. We need to. We're letting too many goals in. We're not scoring enough goals. But we're winning it back really well. We're putting teams under pressure. We're pinning them in at certain times. We need to do it more and more and more if we can. But, you know, when it comes to those moments, hopefully we can keep producing them. With the help of the crowd. Thought they were excellent on the weekend. Completely excellent. You felt it. I felt the difference. You know, they helped us get a win. They enjoyed it as much as us as well, but they didn't give up. They kept going, kept singing. And why wouldn't you when your players have that sort of talent? It's wonderful, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? So, and well done to the subs. I thought the subs did really well. I thought they came on and changed it. Prince tripped over it the first time he had it, but that didn't bother him this time, and he, you know, and ended up making the first goal with a great strike himself. And looking forward to seeing him play. He's definitely going to start. So really, you know, over the last week or so, he's been exceptional. So good luck to him. And I'll see a different, slightly different sort of blend, won't I, with Drennan back up there, and he's going to have to please me, getting sent off the way he did.